Hi, sixth grade flutist. It is Conroe ISD sixth grade honor band time, and I'm super excited for this year's music. We have two etudes to prepare for this audition, a slower etude and a faster etude, and I'm going to be covering both of those in today's video. So there's going to be a total of 4 performances. For each etude, I'll play it at the low end of the tempo range and then a second time at the upper end of the tempo range. And I'll leave a comment in the comment section with timestamps so that you can easily find whichever version of each etude you're looking for to use as a practice buddy as you make your way through the next few weeks of preparation. All right, so let's get started with the first etude. This is the slower etude. Sometimes we call this the lyrical etude, and all that means is song-like. So we've got a slower tempo, we've got longer notes, and this is a great opportunity for you to show things like good tone, vibrato if you know that skill, and work on some phrasing and musical expression in here. All right, so I'm going to be playing with quarter note equals 70 on the metronome. But one note before we begin, you may have noticed the word RIT period printed above the second to last measure. And that is an abbreviation for the musical term ritardando. And that is an instruction for us to gradually slow down from the E flat where it's printed through the end of the piece. So for that little section, I will not be with the metronome because I'll be doing the ritardando. So be sure you're listening for that while I'm playing. Okay, here we go. I'm going to try to remember to count us off for each of the 4 performances in case you want to practice along with me. 1, 2, 3. Okay, and now I'll move the metronome up to 84. So same thing, just a little bit faster. 1, 2, 3. All right, that's the first etude. So let's move to the bottom half of the page. This is the faster etude. Sometimes we call that the technical etude. And the word technical or technique refers to finger movement. So even though we had eighth notes in the first etude, our eighth notes in the second etude are faster because our tempo is faster. So you really want to make sure you're thinking about smooth, even fingers on this etude. I'll be playing with the metronome again. There is no ritardando, so the whole thing will be right with the beat. And then actually one note before we begin playing, I wanted to talk a little bit about dynamics. So basically in this etude, our lowest dynamic level is mezzo piano. So let's say that's here. And then we also have printed mezzo forte and forte. So that's like 3 good checkpoints for you as you're working on this to make sure you're getting some good dynamic range in here and showing that I can play softer, I can play louder, and I can play somewhere in the middle. And the same thing applies to the first etude. We have piano, and then mezzo forte, and it's not printed here, but we do have some crescendos, so we will also be playing in the mezzo piano range. Now, I actually had a student ask me this: how important is it for my mezzo forte in the first etude to line up with my mezzo forte in the second etude? And the answer is it does not matter, because you're going to be playing these either for a different judging panel or in a different room. So no one's going to hear if your mezzo fortes aren't exactly the same between the two etudes. The most important thing is just showing that you've got a good dynamic range. All right, so here is quarter note equals 100. 1, 2, 3. And now let's bump it up to 120. Same thing, just a little bit faster. 1, 2, 3. That's it. So good luck with your practicing. I'm usually on one of the judging panels, so I'm looking forward to hearing you all play. And if you have questions about anything in the music that I didn't cover in this video, drop me a comment and I will be sure to respond. Good luck and see you next time.